Okay, let's see. Are we back up? I hope so. Anybody there in chat? Sorry for the constant welcome to chat. I know what this is. Ever since I streamed on somebody else's stream, I've been getting this welcome to chat bot. Okay, let's see if that'll work. Alright, greetings, varlets. I'm Interrogator Rosarios, attaché to Milady Inquisitor Marco of the Order Hereticus, and welcome to Looking Cute and Painting Minis. Back at Painting Minutes. I'm coming at you live from the Grim Dark Future, currently broadcasting from the High World of Raga. The theme music for the stream is Kor'Sarro Lament and Hope by the venerable liturgist Adam Bell. We also have music from Warhammer 40k Mechanicus, which is composed by Guillaume David and the copyrighted Bulwark Studios. And music for Warhammer 40k Darktide, which is composed by Jesper Kyd and copyright at Fat Shark Games. All of the music is provided to us by filmvisit.io and pickabay.com. Today we're continuing to go back to painting. And we got 70 Rose saying hi. Hi, 70 Rose. How you doing? Doing good? How you been? We are back. Hand cam is happening. It's doing it again. This is so annoying. And we have the golden god himself. And they got up her man saying, greetings from Terra and the Golden Throne. How you doing? My dear Emperor, how you been? Today we are going to paint Kor'Sarro Khan. And we got Bubblegum Fairing saying, heyo. Yeah, today we're painting Kor'Sarro Khan. I've already base coated him. I used two different paints. I used, what did I use? I don't even remember. I had two different kinds of white. Oh wait, I think it was, Sandry Dust for the, base color. And then over that, I used a bone white. I forgot the name of it. So yeah, I used that Zenithal method. Let's see how it comes out. This is the first time I'm ever doing a Zenithal. Respawn, yeah, there we go. And we got Regia saying good night. How you doing, Regia? And somebody Rose saying whoa. And Goddess says, well, besides sitting on the god couch, thanks to horse, prick, all is good. Well, happy to hear it. Okay, so, the plan for today is to get started on Kor'Sarro Khan, and like I said, we got most of the white already done. I was trying to get this sort of shadowing effect, which I think I kind of pulled off. As you can see, he is lighter up here in this area, but darker in these other parts. And my plan now is to start, hold on. Regan says, colors looking very shadowy, so should come out as good. Night Lord as the Chaos God intended. This is a white scar. This is not a Night Lord. This is Kor'Sarro Khan of the White Scars, captain of the, I believe it's 5th Company? Yeah, I'm really excited to start painting him. I got him from one of you loyal varlets. So if you varlets ever want to see me paint something and you specifically want me to paint it, you could always feel free to send it to me, and I will definitely paint it on stream. This varlet goes by the name of Stratus, and he follows me on Instagram. So now that we have sort of the base color here, hold on, Region's saying something. Color looks very shadowy, so it should come as a good Night Lord as the God's intended. Didn't you say that? Or maybe it's hey, this whole connect thing is messing with me. Yeah, Region says he does look like a very busy model. Yeah, I expect him to be pretty difficult to paint. Oh, hold on. Don't knock the camera. But yeah, the plan is to get started on some of the washes. Give it more of a definition. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with Seraphim Sepia. But how's everybody been? What you guys been up to? It will be painting with our size. Wait, where is it? Let me turn it this way. Size 3 grabby, yeah. Alright, here we go. And we have Ethan saying hello. I have arrived as promised. How you doing, Ethan? Alright, we're getting started on Kor'Sarro Khan. We are painting the White Scars captain himself. Ethan says, I like a new model. Yeah, it was given to me by one of you darling varlets. I might have to take him off the base. Let's see here. He's gonna start smearing in there the Seraphim Sepia. Make sure to cover all this white in it. And then half is Kane saying, greetings, Ordo Xenos Inquisitor Amberly here. Kane is busy with filling out some data slates. Well, welcome, Inquisitor Amberly Vale. Inquisitor Markham sends her greetings. How you been? What you been up to? I guess it's coming back from my longest painting hiatus to finally finish these Varkheist. I'm hoping to finish most everything today so that tomorrow is just wet blending and basing. Ooh. Well, you have to show me pictures. Do not forget to send pictures. Ethan says, tomorrow I might paint some of my Grey Knights or Dark Angel models. Ooh, nice. And Caiaphas King, aka Amply Vale, says, I will return the favor that is classified. All right. I'm sure Milady Inquisitor Markham will be very pleased. Get another brush. I can soak up the excess here. I don't need that to be covered in Seraphim Sepia. And Sonic Rose says, I don't think I've seen you have a white base coat instead of a black one. Why the difference? Well, the difference is that this character actually uses white armor. So yeah, no point in base color him black if he's gonna be white. And then Ethan says, but I did paint an ultramarine for someone today. Oh, nice. How'd it turn out? Did it turn out well? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to take him off this base. This is feeling a little too cramped in here. There we go. And hold on. It's Seabass saying it's that time of the night. Woo! How you doing, Seabass? How you been? Doing good? And we have Visa saying hello. Model looks incredible. I know, right? I'm so happy Stratus gave me this. This is a great character. Really happy to get started with my white scars. Though recently I'm a little peeved at Games Workshop for switching the edition of Kill Team from 2nd edition to 3rd edition. Now I can't play my Tactical Marines like I planned, so I'm going to have to do a lot of editing. You know, the white scars I had to kit bash together. Now I have to fix all that, which is really annoying. Ethan asks, how's your day or night been going? My day has been going well. I've mostly been working today. Doing a lot of editing for my next Rosario Ret. So guys, please keep an eye out on the YouTube for my next rant. Okay, yeah, Somebody Rose says, oh, cool, thanks, hey, no problem. And, Ethan says, Yeah, quite well. Even use some some nun oil, which I should use more often since it's a gift. Yeah, nun oil, you can't go wrong with nun oil. Nun oil seems to be a very required piece of equipment for any miniature painter. And Seabass saying, hanging as always, working on some 3D printed keycaps. Ooh. Hope they're turning out well. Right, so I think we are about done here. And Bubblegum Fairy says that's rude, them changing it. Yeah, I know, right? Now I can't use them. Now I have to, like, edit them quite a bit in order to get them to work. So that means destroying some parts in order to kit bash together the new available parts. Pretty annoying. And Ragdown says everything my nun oil spilled on would say otherwise. I mean, that sounds like user error right there. But that really does suck. I once spilled some of the what's it called? The glue that I have, crazy glue, on a very important piece of equipment. My Wacom tablet. That was hell. I thought I had ruined my Wacom tablet forever. And Seabass says, I think so, sending them right now. Sweet. Okay, I think I am done with this part. Let me double check. Maybe we get a little bit in there. Yeah, like I said, right now all we need to do is get the Seraphim Sepia on the armor itself. We are not worried about anything else other than main armor. The pauldrons will be a different color. So we're primarily working on his body, pretty much. Get some in the corner there, just to make sure. Okay. All that's looking pretty good. Maybe some in this corner here. And we got Stratus, the kind donator of this model right here, saying, Ahoy, Rosario. It does look pretty good. Hey, thank you. Just starting out. What I did was I base coated it with the Foundry Dust and Xandu Dust. I always confuse the two. I think it's Xandu Dust. I base coated it with Xandu Dust and then used Wraithbone White as a zenithal. And right now I have added a Seraphim Sepia wash so that we can get into all those nooks and crannies. Seabass says, dang, we lost one, but it was one I didn't really want low. Well, that's good at least. Hopefully that resin didn't set you back any. That's right, it says they both dusty low. Yeah, I mean, I have to make him look a little dusty. We're gonna start adding some more, some white on top of the Seraphim Sepia we just added. Let's get these skulls looking a little grimier. They are skulls after all. And Seabass saying, nah, it's like 10 cents and an hour of print time. I mean, an hour is an hour. I really value my time, and if I had lost an hour, I'd be pretty angry right now. Kaivis Kane, or is it I believe Ale, says, I heard rumors from my colleagues from the Order of Astartes talking about a chapter called Night Era. Rumor is that it's a chapter made from loyalist remnants of the heretic legions, and some of my colleagues want to declare them excommunicatus traitores, but Lord Guilliman has them under his protection. I don't recognize the Knights of Terra. I wasn't aware they were a thing. I mean, I've heard of other chapters that may or may not be from formerly traitor chapters. I mean, traitor legions, but I hadn't heard of the Knights of Terra. Seabass says, I mean, it's frustrating, but loss isn't without learning. That's good, at least. All right, we are done with that. So let's go ahead and start adding some hues back in there. Ragion says, terrible rumor, didn't happen. But you cut me on the counter. Wasn't me. Okay. So we're gonna get started with size 0 grabby. Let me get it visible there. Let's get some whites. We're not gonna go straight white. We're gonna start with a off-white, which is the Screaming Skull. I feel so discombobulated. I haven't done this in forever. Ethan says, any new games recently? What did I play recently? I've been mostly playing Diablo 4. Yeah, I've been playing Diablo 4 as a necromancer, but an Aztec-looking necromancer who uses blood magic. I love it. It's so much fun. And Kaivis Kane says, it's some obscure chapter, but not my business to deal with. Yeah, I mean, that's... But thank you for the heads up. We will definitely be looking into that. If they are not traitors, then they deserve, you know, all the leniency that a good, loyal member of the Imperium deserves. But if they are traitors, they will be dealt swiftly. They'll be dealt with swiftly. Okay, Ragion says, I know how you feel. What makes it worse is I guess when I was moving stuff to another house, I moved my wet palette. Sheets, so early night of paint, at least the hair is done. Ethan says, nice, I like the VR game, Hard Bullet Witch. I have given the affectionate nickname, John Wick's VR Simulator. Nice. I haven't heard of that one, but, it must be nice being able to play some VR games. I'd love to. But those are usually pretty pricey. Region says, but I will say at least my muscle memory makes the painting easy, even with the break. That's good. Ethan says, can recommend, it's fun disarming people and shooting them with their own gun. Oh yeah, it's a little bit like, what was that one game that was, pretty big for a while? Super Hot, yeah. That game was pretty fun. At least from what I saw, I never actually got to play it. And we're already seeing that, Screaming Skull make a huge difference. Ethan says, a bit like that, just in constant real time and with way more guns and interactive stuff. Yeah, I got to play a VR game once. It's pretty fun, I liked it. It was this one where you're playing this guy who can, like, destroy robots. Like, you're ripping them apart and everything, and taking their guns and shooting at aliens and stuff. It was pretty crazy. Yay, somebody rules the sexy sax by the Space Marine. And Ethan says, I have to manually handicap myself in that game because I am too efficient. I just stick to pistols. I mean, sometimes a good handicap is good. You always gotta make the game fun for yourself. That's what's important. Ethan says I have it on both platforms, 2 Meta and Steam. Ooh, nice. And we have J. Ray Henry saying hello. How you doing, J. Ray? Welcome to an actual looking cute and painting minis. You've been seeing me draw, but now I'm actually painting. We're painting Kor'Sarro Khan of the White Scars. How you been? What you been up to? And Ragion says, hello, fellow Chaos friend. Game recognizes game, I guess. Ethan says, and it's nice being on a stream once again after a while. Yeah, it's nice to have you back. Here we go. J. Ray says, started on 4 Janissaries and 5 Plague Marines. Janissaries, as in the ones from Treacherous Crusade, or other ones that I'm not recognizing? And then Radion says, a game recognizes game indeed. And Ethan says, due to work and all, makes sense, and being a machinist means a lot of technical jargon. Yeah, that'll happen. I always get a little flustered around the Imperial Guard because they use so many acronyms for everything. I'm like, speak Gothic for crying out loud. Vija says, back when I was taking Cisco training, and there was an acronym for using too many acronyms. What was it? And Ethan says, I mean, there's a lot of words like tap, wrench, thread cutter, thread angle, and the works. And that's just threads that, there's way more. I mean, that's definitely understandable. Every kind of job gets its own lingo. J. Ray Henry says, love Chaos, but the Treacherous Crusade Janissaries are too drippy to pass up. Oh yeah, they look great. So I'm guessing you got the base ones, you didn't get any proxy ones from anybody else? Just don't forget that there's a lot of people who make proxy models of Treacherous Crusade. That white is already starting to look pretty good. Region says, I feel you, man. My boss once sent me to get a jab saw, but he kept saying keyhole saw. So I was in Home Depot looking like a crazy person arguing with him on the phone. Yeah, that'll happen. Let's make sure that we got everything. Alright, now let's get the back. Yeah, I like how it's kind of coming out like a texturing. Very nice. Even says, but to be fair, I like the job. Less humans, more machines, and technical drive. Yeah, sometimes having a job where you have to deal with customers is pretty good. The famous words of Randall from Clerks. I love the job if it weren't for the customers. Then Amberly Vale says, and now Kane is losing his mind. I will be right back. Hopefully he turns out okay. We cannot lose the hero of the Imperium. Ethan says, as long as a machine doesn't crash into a part, it's quite nice. I mean, yeah, there's always downsides to any job, really. Radion says, Tone Chaos always has a seat at table. Me waiting for years to get more Chaos Guard than a Kill Team box. I mean, there's always just kept bashing a guardsman guild team. Sorry, a guardsman army into a chaos one. That has never been. I feel like that's never been outside of the realm of possibility. And Regio says, yeah, but I'd like a codex for them, just like I want for Chaos Mechanicum. I mean, if you want to know my thoughts on Chaos Mechanicum, just watch my video on YouTube. I made a whole video about Chaos Mechanicus, aka the Dark Mechanicum. And then Ethan says, because machining means some mistakes can be quite expensive, like an end mill just breaking due to lack of coolant and being dull and the material hardens. That sounds pretty bad. Okay. I think we're done with that here. Let me just go ahead and see if I can find that link for you guys. Lately, YouTube is going very slow. Oh, hold on, I have a playlist. Okay, got it. Let's go ahead and give that to the masses here. And I will pin that. Okay. Okay, I missed. Alright, let's see. I saw and agreed with it. Here we go. Looks like I missed a few there. Ethan says, it is especially if the spindle just decides to die after that. It's gonna cost you a pretty penny or two to fix. And then Ragion says, I saw and agreed with it. It also sucks that they are overshadowed by the Iron Warriors, as they kind of seem like Chaos Key Warpsmiths. Yeah, I feel like a maybe a supplementary codex of Chaos Space Marines, like for the Iron Warriors, where they can take Mechanicus units as like a supplement or like a auxiliary of some kind, would be pretty good. And you can just get badge them into being Dark Mechanicum. Then J. Henry says, I would love dedicated Dark Mechanicum models. How would you envision a Dark Mechanicum army to look like? And Ragion says, oh, wait, man, that's still up on there. Get that out of there. There we go. Yeah. Guyvis Kane, aka Amberly Vale, says, right, Amberly here. Kane just misplaced his personal mode of fraternity, but he found it underneath a small pile of data slates. But it feels nice working with metal, feels like building something that'll last. Ethan then says, since I'll soon have a workshop in my basement. Ooh, nice. Hopefully that doesn't set you back too much. Alright, now let's go for something a little bit wider. And that's what we're gonna do, some edge highlights. And Ethan says, everything working again. That's good. Alright, I think it is Ceramite White, the one I've... Yep, Ceramite White. And we will switch now to our trusty Da Vinci size 1. Wait, is that the one using? Where's the one I've been using? Don't tell me I lost it. Nope, here we go. Now we'll be using the Marie, sorry, the quintuple zero Marie. Like I said, we'll be using Ceramite White. And J. Ray Henry says, what colors are you working with for this guy? Well, so far I've used Xandru Dust for the base coat. Then I did a Zenithal of Wraithbone White. And then I added a Seraphim Sepia wash. And then I did some highlighting with Screamy Skull. And now we're going to do some edge highlighting with Ceramite White. And the plan is to use red for the tassels here. And do red around the symbol of the White Scars. Because I feel like one thing that's always bugged me about the White Scars is that their symbol isn't white. Their symbol is red. Why would the White Scars have a red scar on their symbology? It just doesn't make sense to me. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that. And to make sure that the camera doesn't get blocked by the camera here. The camera towards my face doesn't get blocked by the camera towards my hands. Ethan says, I like the shorter hair in the model, by the way. Thank you. So yeah, in order to do that, we will be making the pauldrons red and the symbol white. I have seen some what's it called? Some symbols of the white scars that are white, so I plan to use those as a base. And Region just says lol. Yeah, I'm pedantic that way. So sorry, not sorry. Oh yeah, so let's get that ceramite white in there. And Ethan says, details make the whole picture. Yes, they sure do. Edge highlighting is my favorite part. But also the most pain-inducing. Just drop the brush. But I got it. Gonna have to clean the brush though. It got full of dirt. So, nope, can't have that. And already that color's looking very white. Let me pull up the chat here so I can see it. Ethan says, what does an artist and a sniper have in common? Details, except the stakes mine are higher. I mean, I would say that's pretty equal to just about any profession, really. The thing that separates the new recruits from the old is attention to detail. It says that was a Rainbow Six Siege quote. Ah, okay. I never played that one. It's really good though. Regiel says, true, when I first started, I just base coded without even thinking of shadows. Now I do everything in reverse. I know an artist that does that. I think his name is Ofar. He does OSL, or Object Source Lighting, and he does all the bright colors first, and then works his way down. His OSLs are stunning. You definitely need to check out his stuff. No. Accidentally got some in the vent. Ethan says, do you have a favorite movie? I actually have a favorite trilogy. It's hard to pick one from the trilogy. So I have a favorite trilogy. It's the Evil Dead trilogy. Gun to my head, I'm gonna say Army of Darkness, because it's the one I have the most nostalgia for. Ethan says, nice choice. Yes, it's the only choice. Good, bad, I'm the guy with a gun. Ethan says, I like John Wick, but mostly due to me being a gun nerd. Yeah, I like John Wick 1. I didn't care much for any of the other ones. Liza says, it was, I thinking nearly a decade after watching that movie that I learned that Army of Darkness was a sequel. Funnily enough, I saw that one first. I saw them in reverse order. I saw Army of Darkness, then Evil Dead 2, then Evil Dead 1. I saw Army of Darkness when I was very little. I saw Evil Dead 2 when I was a preteen, and I finally saw Evil Dead 1 as a late teen. Liza says, I don't think I ever saw Evil Dead 1 or 2. You don't need to see Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 1, but you do need to see at least Evil Dead 2. Because Evil Dead 1 is kind of a recap of Evil Dead 1. The God Emperor of Man says, this makes you feel old, but own the old fine cast resin models of the Vicatrix Honor Guard. I mean, I would expect if anyone else would own it, it would be you, my Emperor. My Omnisire. But recently I did a commission that used one of the old metal models of the Vestroians. It was sort of a kit bash for a, what's it called? A G-Siller cult. Came out pretty good, actually. If I don't say so myself. Ethan says, I like Sam Fisher, the character, because he might be old, but he ain't rust. Plus, his favorite gun is the FN 5.1, which shoots the 5.7, which shoots the 5.7 times 28mm armor-piercing round. think I only played one Rainbow Six game. No, sorry, not Rainbow Six game. Splinter Cell game. That's where Sam Fisher's from. But what's it called? I didn't play as the Sam Fisher one. I played the one where you play two different agents working together. I forgot the name of it. The one is a Russian agent, and the other one is of the same company as Sam Fisher. I played the Russian. Ethan says double agent, perhaps. It's possible. I think it's the one where Sam Fisher went rogue. And Regal says, meanwhile, I played games like My Little Pony Island Adventure. Hey, there's no reason to knock anybody's video game preferences. So if you loved it, then hey, that's great. And Region said, oh wait, hold on. Ethan says, oh yeah, Splinter Cell conviction. Yeah, I think that was it. And that video says, hola Rosa, how's it going? And Region says, I in fact did not play My Little Pony Adventure. Okay, so what did you play? And video says, only streaming for 20 minutes, late stream? No, I've actually been streaming for an hour now. I mean, maybe it's split on me. Maybe I had bad connection. Ever since I got a VPN, I feel like the internet has been very slow. Theo says it says you're only streaming for 22 minutes. Oh, maybe it split it. Maybe I had some bad connection and it sort of restarted. Ethan says, I like the Spanish language because the slurs have passion behind them. Yes, they do. And then we have Chaos Panda, first time chatter saying hello. How you doing, Chaos Panda? I'm interrogator Rosario Rivas, attaché to Milady Inquisitor Markham of the Order Hereticus, and welcome to Looking Cute and Painting Minis. I'm currently painting Kor'Sarro Khan of the White Scars, captain of the third chapter, if I'm not mistaken. No, yeah, third company, third company. Did you find me? Did you find me browsing through Twitch, or did you find me on YouTube or Instagram? And Region says, I personally like Metroid and Zelda, but my mom bought us Gears of War and God of War to play so she can watch. I like Gears of War personally. That's a very interesting choice of game from your mother. And Region says, I might paint my knits as Lambent locusts. I don't know what the locusts look like, but I don't know specifically the Lambent ones. Theo says, have you seen my Harlequin cosplay? Yes, I saw it. Very cool. And before you say anything, I know it looks nothing like the typical Harlequin, because funny, accurate Harlequin prints are impossible to find. I mean, I would figure that Harlequins, by their very nature, don't have a set look. Chaos Panda says, Jodido, but could be worse. Found you just browsing Twitch. Well, welcome, welcome. And yes, I do speak Spanish. Se habla español. But I'm sorry to hear that you are jodido. Hopefully, you enjoy this and feel a little less jodido. But yeah, as I ask all my new watchers, what got you into Warhammer, if you are into Warhammer, or what got you into miniature gaming or painting? Ethan says, Batman and Sam Fisher and John Wick all simply stand on business. There is no messing around. And to answer just curiosity. Oh wait, I think I missed one. Region says, also locusts are generally grayish, but Lambert have glowing emotion flowing through them, so they glow with a golden yellow. Ooh, that sounds kind of fun. Doing a sort of OSL with yellow might be interesting. Chaos Panda says, stop playing 40k at the tail end of 5th edition. Also got tired of painting spiky bits. That's okay, so what do you do now? Are you still into Warhammer, but maybe more the video game or the lore side of things, the books? If it says, are you painting a white scar? Yes, I am. I'm painting Kor'Sarro Khan, captain of the 3rd company of White Scars. Yeah, 3rd or 5th. I'm a little hazy on the number. If I could, while painting right now, I'd be playing the Who band. For those of you who don't know, the Who band is a rock band that does Mongolian throat singing. Very cool. They did a song for, I think, the first Jedi Fallen Order game. Very good. Gail Spanis is trying to start painting again. Got to reduce the pile of shame. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. What are you painting? I had quite the pile of shame. This guy was actually part of my pile of shame. Okay, the video says, did you hear that Mechanicus 2 was announced and that Space Marine 3 already began production? Yes, I have on both counts. And I actually heard, well, I actually saw the trailer that the Leagues of Otan will be playable. So you get your Space Dwarves, your Squats. And then Ethan says, favorite video game character and favorite Spanish word. That's a tough one. I'm gonna say it just because I love the game so much. My favorite video game character is Commander Shepard. Love Mass Effect. Mass Effect for me is probably the greatest video game trilogy of all time. As for favorite Spanish word, that was a little difficult to choose. I was born speaking Spanish, so kind of hard to just decide on one word that I like. But I guess if I had to pick one, I'm gonna say bacalaito. Bacalaito. That is my favorite dish. Well, one of my favorite dishes. It's a Puerto Rican style fritter made out of bacalao fish. Very tasty. Visa then says, I unfortunately was one of the many that's soured on 3's ending. I kind of was too until they fixed it and added all that extra content. Then I was blown away by it. And unfortunately, I had already beaten it twice by the time that the Citadel DLC came out, so I never played the Citadel DLC. Citadel DLC. Chaos Pandas Dances. Con arroz y plátano, yes. Plátanos son riquísimos. Plátano, tostones, amarillos. Oh, so good. And Region then says, unfortunately, we have to disagree. I hate all things that fish. I'm not a big fish guy either, but I love some bacalaito. Oh, Region says, my dad cooked it so much I wanted to cry. That happened to me with flan. Someone I knew was making a lot of flan, but whatever came out like sort of imperfect, I got to eat. And so I would have flan all the time. Until the point where I just got tired of eating flan. Alright, Video says, I love Zao. What are y'all talking about? We're talking about food. And then Video says, I love me some bluefish people. You mean the Tao? And then Vita says, I don't know where I am with fish. Growing up, I hated it. Then I found out my dad murdered it with how he cooked it. Yeah, sometimes home cooking is the best cooking. Okay, and with that, I think we are... No, wait, hold on. I haven't edge highlighted this part here. We're gonna work on that. Alright, Region says... I actually love all seafood, just not that fish. I can't spell it, unfortunately. Ah, no worries. And Regio says, as my Spanish parents and grandparents never taught me Spanish. Oh, that's such a shame. It's always good to know another language. If it says, yes, Tao, I hate Samsung typing. Hey, no worries. Okay, I think we're done with that. So we can finally start moving on to other colors. Isa says, autocorrect seems to have gotten worse recently. I don't know some of the words. I don't know some of the words it thinks I typed instead of what I wanted. Yeah, you always gotta be paying attention to what you're typing. That autocorrect gets tricky. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the red stuff. Ethan says, there's no greater good as the Tao think just greed for money and power. Not sure what you mean by that. There's no greater good as the Tao think just greed for money and power. Go ahead and clean this brush up. Region says, I'm so sad I can't find these wet palette sheets. I want to finish so I can sink my claws into these Druki. Do you mean Drukari? Or do you mean Druki? I don't know. I painting some old school fantasy dark elves. Regan says, I'm painting a dark elf army for my friend. Ooh, nice. I'm gonna start with this Galvorback red as a base. Then we'll start painting on some, what's it, colors? Let's see if we can pull off this idea. Regan says, but yes, Drukari, no, the 40k ones. Okay, the Druki are the fantasy ones. Drukari are the 40k ones. Which one is it? I'm a little confused now. Okay, Region, this is the 40k ones. Okay, so then it's the Drukari. It says, well, I'm going to sleep now. Was nice being back on stream once again. But I still want some sleep and day tomorrow. Hey, no worries. Hey, thank you for coming. You had a good one, okay? Sleep well. And then Ethan says, thanks. You too. Thank you, thank you. I look forward to some sleep as well. I always get up very early. Hey. Chaos Panda says breathe. Red over white is a bit nerve-wracking. Yes, it is. This is actually the first time I'm painting anything with white armor. But it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make because the White Scars are my favorite Loyalist Legion. Again, I'm very thankful to Stratus for getting me Kor'Sarro Khan. Almost looks like once it dried, almost looks like a dried blood. If it says, do you think if a White Scar ends up in a dreadnought, they would replace the legs with wheels? I mean, it seems like the only logical choice. Either that or give him 4 legs and make him a Centaur Dreadnought. Actually, Centaur Dreadnought sounds pretty badass. Come on, GW, don't be a coward. Give us Centaur Dreadnoughts. J-Ray says, I don't know if it's canon, but I remember someone saying that the Iron Hands converted a Land Raider to be a Dreadnought cart. That'd be pretty sweet. And Chaos Panda says, Centaur Dreadnought riding land speeders. Epic upon epic. Ooh, thank you for the waku waku. Hagaton, how you doing?
Me not that kind of work.
Are you going all out there with the sounds? And then the Hazel says, hi there, Rosario Viewers Art. How you doing? How's you been? What you been up to? Check out our work so far. Kor'Sarro Khan's looking pretty sweet. Hagaton says a bit nippy. Oh, sorry to hear that. Try to stay warm. By the way, let's go ahead and give a shout out to Hekaton there. He's also a streamer. Let's see if I can do this. Come on. Hands will fail me now. Yeah, there we go. It says, thank you for the shout out. Hey, you're welcome. Shout out is also a streamer, like I mentioned. He paints minis and he plays video games, usually of the Dead by Daylight variety, but every once in a while he changes it up. What are you playing or painting nowadays? Actually, thinking about it, maybe for next week, I'm going to try to have a playlist set up for continuing to paint Kor'Sarro Khan with appropriate music. I feel like we need some throat singing. Wish me luck finding some good stuff that is copyright free. Okay, Hackathon says, currently playing V Rising Brutal Boss Solo and still working on my Dwagom. The Dwagom are about the 50 to 60% marker being done. Nice. Yeah, I definitely gotta play V Rising at some point. And I look forward to see your Dwagom completed. And Painty Paints Paints says, does he have a scar? Yes, he does. Right there on his right eye, or left. Right about there. That eye has a scar. But how you doing, my Painty Paint Paints? Painty is also a streamer. Let me go ahead and give him a shout out as well. He mostly paints minis. Some good stuff too. Oh, didn't work. Let's try this again. There we go. Hackathon and Painty Paint Paints greeting each other. Happy to see it. And now for the knee. And Painty says was stopping by to see how you were doing in the white card coming along. Well, we did a lot of the work on the white already, so now I'm starting on the red. But thank you for coming. Oh, is Seabass still here? I just realized I never did a shout out for Seabass. I gotta remedy that and quickly. And there we go. Seabass is also a miniature painter streamer and more of a PNG tuber. He paints a lot of anime ladies. If you like your anime ladies, go check out Seabass, aka Energon Bacchus. We are almost out of time, but let's see if we can do one last bit of red. But we call it a night. And the last bit of reds will be up here. Again, this is Galvorback Red, and I'm using a size 00 Grabby. Maybe for this one, I shouldn't use a size 00. And Caiaphas Kane, or is it Amblevale, says, well, I'm about to head off. Hey, thank you for coming very much. Hope you guys have a good day. Good luck with the mug and the Tana. And Frida says, how long will you stream? How long will you still stream, Rosa? About 5 more minutes. Just gonna finish this last bit here. And then we'll try to find somebody we can raid. And if he says, oh, alright, cause it's 3 a.m. here, me EP. Hey, well, no worry, I'll be done soon. Thank you for sticking through it. Hickerton says, are we all wanting Rosario doing a 24-hour stream? And, no. Please, no. I don't think I can be up for 24 hours. And Frida says, hey, Chess is on streaming sooner. Sooner in the day? Possibly? That's the thing, it's tricky for me. I'm thinking about adding another day. I think I'm getting close to coming up with a good day for it. But I'm worried I might do it a little earlier on those days. But we'll have to wait and see. Nate Gaius Kane says, tell your Lady Inquisitor that I send my regards to her for our continued service to the God Emperor's Most Holy Inquisition. I will definitely relay the message. Thank you very much. And then D3 Damage, how goes it? Hey, D3, how you doing? It's going good. It's back. It feels nice to be back painting minis, I gotta say. But we're gonna be done pretty soon. Then he says, that's nice, with a cute little emoji dancing. How goes your work on prepping for that Vice and Violence RPG? You get everybody yet? Hold on, let me go ahead and give a shout out to D3. Oh, and thank you very much for the follow. I can't read the name for whatever reason. D3 Damage is a drawing streamer. If you like muscles, then check out D3's drawings. It was Chaos Panda. Thank you very much, Chaos Panda, for the follow. And 7A Rose says, looking good so far, Josiah. Thank you, 7A Rose. Thank you, thank you. We're almost done here with this little emblem. Oh, and D3 Damage says, why, thank you. Hey, you're welcome. My pleasure. All right, and with that, I think we have all that read in there. They go to whirl some of the bits here and there. Make sure there's nice coverage. Oh, I just realized I haven't painted this part up here. Let's go ahead and see if we can get that before we go. It's got Wolfpack Red. Really does look like dried blood. It should be really good as a sort of a base color. As we start adding some brighter colors, some brighter reds, it'll look pretty sweet, I think. I think that's all the red for now. I do want to paint the cloak, but I'm still debating whether actually painting that red too. I might paint it red too. But yeah, we are done for the day. Nice to be painting minis again. Chaos Panda says you could use a different red for contrast. Yeah, I might do that. But alright, let's see who we can raid tonight. Oh, looks like Aurelia is still going. Let's go ahead and read Aurelia. Let's see if she'll let us. Nope, she won't let us. Alright, so that means we'll raid Zombie. We'll go and raid Zombie Pandemic. She is hell diving. Alright, but before we go, if you like what I do and would like to support, please consider subscribing to my Twitch channel or donating to my Ko-Fi at Rosario Or if you missed an episode, feel free to check us out at my YouTube channel. Also at Rosario Art. I will be posting my next Rosario rant over on Twitch. Sorry, over on YouTube. But yeah, before I go, let me make sure I say goodbye to everybody. Hey, thank you, Fidijo. Thank you, 70 Rules. You guys have a good one. Take care. Thank you. All right, bye-bye, wallets. You have a good night. I've been Rosario US, and I'm signing out for the grim dark future.
Where we came from.
No, so hi, Rosario. Hello, hello.
Am I putting my trip mine anywhere yet?
No.
This is solidly because